Hey there, welcome to Movie Review Mom. If this is the very first time you've discovered my YouTube channel, yay, I'm so glad you're here. My goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a particular film. So that particular film that I'm reviewing today is called Code Name Banshee. This action thriller by Screen Media opens in theaters and video on demand, both at the same time on July 1st, 2022. The film is rated R and is 93 minutes long. Now, I'm going to give you my movie review mom grade now, hoping you're going to keep watching so you understand why I'm giving it the grade that I am. I used to wait until the end, but during the month of June, I'm experimenting to see if people are going to keep watching, even though I give you what you want at the very beginning. All right, so you curious? My movie review mom grade for Codename Banshee is a D. Wah wah. I always feel terrible giving movies bad scores. And so let me explain. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines, funny lines, if there are any, and even recommendations for other films that are similar or better. All right, so let's get started. In a nutshell, Caleb, played by Antonio Banderas. I love that guy. A former government assassin in hiding resurfaces when his protege, the equally deadly killer known as Banshee, played by Jamie King, discovers a bounty has been placed on Caleb's head, which the powerful mercenary, Anthony, played by Tommy Flanagan, is now seeking to collect. Caleb and Banshee must put the past behind them and join together one last time, along with Caleb's daughter, Haley, played by Catherine Davis, if they are to survive the secret CIA plot that threatens to destroy them. All right, so the things that I liked about the movie are Antonio Banderas, as I mentioned. All other cast members are, as I mentioned, Jamie King, Tommy Flanagan, and Catherine Davis. You might remember her from the Run, Hide, Fight movie, which I thought was really great. That was, I think, the very first movie that came out by the Daily Wire. People were expecting kind of a right wing movie and were pleasantly surprised by that. Anyway, I digress. So I always get a kick out of Antonio Banderas, and I can't say his name the normal way. But I was worried about two things. As soon as I saw the movie poster, and I had not seen the trailer, I got this as a studio press screener. But the two things that I instantly was worried about were his red hair and that this movie might become one of those terrible Bruce Willis movies that he's been pumping out lately. Do you know what I mean? That being said, I can't wait to hear the voice talents of Antonio Banderas in the next Puss in Boots movie. And I did a trailer reaction for that film, and it looks amazing and awesome and wonderful. Unfortunately, this one was a big miss for me. So let me tell you some of the things that I didn't like about the movie. First of all, I couldn't hear a word anyone said for the first 5 minutes of the movie. And then all of a sudden the volume picked up. However, there were many times, again, where people are whispering quietly or they're just being cool and mean and talking so quietly. And I'm just like, I kept bumping up the volume as I was watching the screener, like, is it me? Am I going deaf? What's going on? And then one of the characters has a very thick Irish accent, which I think is super charming, but it's often difficult to understand what he's saying being an American. I'm like, wait, what did he just say? So this might be a movie that you need to watch with subtitles if you decide to watch it at all. Unfortunately, I was just bored within minutes. For me, it was a total yawner. The camera angles and the shaky cam throughout the entire movie were just super annoying. And I know they were trying to be artsy fartsy and make it interesting. It just didn't work for me. Again, tons of flashbacks and some exposition to explain what the heck is going on. And even then, I didn't find any of the characters compelling enough to care. I mean, they all seem like bad guys. So What do I care if they all die? And no spoilers, not everybody dies, but there is some death. So that brings me to the tips for parents. There is a very high dead body count with blood splatters and blood pools and blood. Uh, Making it not appropriate for children. There's lots of killing with a variety of weapons. There's profanity, including F bombs, and even some crude language in conversations. Some of the themes that are illustrated in the movie are revenge and revenge killing, which is the whole movie, family, loyalty, risk, parenting, even, and legacy. So I always write down funny lines and interesting lines on my written review at moviereviewmom.com. So you can run over there, check those out. I'll share a couple of them with you right now. So somebody gets hurt, and Banshee, again, played by Jamie King, says, "It's a flesh wound. You'll be okay." Now, older audiences definitely will appreciate that back from the Monty Python days. Maybe younger teens or millennials may not catch that. It just made me laugh because, whenever you get hurt, people will joke and say, "Oh, it's just a flesh wound. Don't quit your whining," that kind of thing. And actually, I was looking at my notes from interesting lines and I didn't write any. So that was it. All right. So before we go, let me give you a recommendation for a couple of movies that I thought were way better. So in this movie, we've got a woman who is a killer, an assassin, and cold hearted. Right. So I thought of Atomic Blonde. She just it's Charlize Theron, and she was, sexy and mean and skilled and cool and all of that kind of stuff. I just really, really like her. And I just thought that movie was better. But then by far the classic revenge movie that has so much action and incredible choreography and an interesting, lovable character who is a bad guy is John Wick, right? And I'm talking about all of the John Wick movies that they're just amazing, very violent, very bloody. It's just hours worth, 2 hours worth of just people dying in terrible ways. But in comparison, that's why I'm saying this movie just didn't work for me. All right, that's it for my review. I hope if you watch this movie that you do enjoy it. And if you watch it and you hated it, hey, I gave you fair warning. All right, I will catch you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye for now.